We welcome you back to the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network. Our next matchup, the number 3 seeded Royals Blue in this 14 and under division, a record of 2-0-1, getting ready to face off against number 2 seeded 5-star National. They are also 2-0-1. Along with Rob Albright, I'm John Herrick. It is great to have you with us on a beautiful sunny Saturday in Logansport. And up first, the Royals. The Royals are the lower seeded team, so they are the visiting team on the scoreboard. And it is Tyler Tappendorf starting things off against the pitcher, Lincoln Reeves, for 5-star National. And Rob, as we saw yesterday with 5-star National in a 13-1 victory they had, we know this team can hit.
They can hit. We'll see what the Royals have on the mound, but they really can't hit it. And they drive it to the gaps, and they're good, patient hitters. And Reeves out there on the mound, a nice fastball for a 14-year-old kid. Has a chance to control the game if they do the same thing that they did yesterday.
And Tappendorf, unfortunately for him, he starts off the game with a strikeout. And Lucas Kenworthy is next.
The left fielder for the Royals.
Tappendorf is the center fielder. '99s also seem to be a pretty popular number on these rosters as Kenworthy bounces that one up the middle. Charging after it, Kenny Schweitzer couldn't get there. So Kenworthy leads on with a single.
A little seeing eye single up the middle, just nice balanced swing, drove it right back up the middle over the pitcher's head, got it into center field, right between the infielders.
Now we have Dominic Juskow batting third in the order, and he is pitching in this one today for the Royals. So Juskow with a chance to help out his own cause here.
Reeves doing a nice job just throwing fastball after fastball so far. Nothing hit hard, one seeing eye single, not a big deal so far.
Now after Juskow, it's Carson Weaver. Will be playing second base. And now he is behind though here, 0-2. So Lincoln Reeves, I think, clearly upset that he gave up that single.
And that's on grass. It's not a base hit, but today on the turf, it is. So's that.
Blooped it over the third baseman's head, Tristan Ballard, into left. So back-to-back singles, runners on first and second here for Royals Blue with nobody out. And we've got a courtesy runner coming on.
You got one out. Guy struck out to start the game. So we're kind of behind on the start here a little bit.
Okay, well, Royals Blue put out a number 13. But I do not see a number 13 on the roster that we have. Okay, they must have. Trey Krause is who they have listed as that. Okay. So Trey Krause is the runner on first now. Big thanks to our friends up in the press box for helping us out with that one. Now we have Carson Weaver up.
Carson, a big, long, tall second baseman for the Royals.
Count is 1-1. Now 2-1.
Just missed. 5-star Nationals out there on turf in the heat wearing all black. That can't be a cool thing, John.
No, that's got to be not so fun, especially on this near 90-degree day. Now the count moves to 3-1. Bracket looks like this. Winner of this game moves on to play at 9 o'clock, or it's supposed to be at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning against Logansport. That would be for the gold championship in the 14 and under division. But a walk is issued here to Carson Weaver. Bases loaded now.
Put himself in a little trouble here with the fifth hitter coming up.
brings up Tate Krasminski. Titans Bolton against top-tier Scott on the other side of the bracket. So the winner of that matchup plays the winner of this matchup for the Gold Championship. So after the strikeout to Tappendorf, Lincoln Reeves has had some trouble here. Single, single, and then a walk.
He doesn't look quite as comfortable working out of the stretch as he did out of the windup. So he's had a hard time finding the strike zone, and when he has, he's gotten hit. So with the bases loaded, he can go back to that windup if he wants to. So far, he stays in the stretch.
Reeves able to fool Tate that time.
You got to stay out there on the outer half. Don't give him anything over the plate here. Stay on the outer half of it. That's where the catcher's setting up. Hit the glove with a fastball.
Now he's got the count evening up on him, 2-2.
And you still got him in a count where you can manage it a little bit. Strikeout would be big here. Strikeout, pop up, ground ball is what you're looking for here. Not that.
And that gets through Jordan. Jake Jordan, the catcher, and that allows Kenworthy to score on the wild pitch. So Jake Jordan, the catcher, Finn Sutcliffe at first, Lyndon Johnson at second, Kenny Schweitzer at third, Tristan Ballard is at third base. That's the infield. William Akers in left, Isaiah Dowell in center, Cooper Devers is in right, and Lincoln Reeves is the pitcher. And now, after back-to-back singles, it's back-to-back walks. And I think the head coach probably has seen enough to go out at least try to have a conversation with Reeves to see what the problem is here.
I got to tell you my best mound visit story, John.
Oh, go right ahead.
Back in the mid-'80s when the Cubs were good and the Reds were not. Cubs were playing a series at Riverfront Stadium, and the Reds are terrible. Reds get the first three hitters out for the Cubs, so the Reds come to bat. First hitter for the Reds is a guy named Gary Reedus, and he hits a home run off of Rick Sutcliffe. And back then, as is now, the stadium was on the river, and there was a barge in right field. They'd set fireworks off when the Reds did something good. So fireworks go off in right field after Reedus' home run. Next hitter comes up, and it's Ron Oster. And he is a slap hitter, probably didn't have 20 home runs in his career, but he hits a home run. Here comes Chilcote up to bat as we middle of the story.
And Chilcote, who pitched yesterday, is now the catcher in this game. He hits that one back up the middle.
It's an RBI out of fielder's choice.
Yep, so they do call the runner out at second. That is Krasminski, but Juskow scores. And Chilcote gets on by way of the fielder's choice and then gets the RBI to go along with it. So it's now a 2-0 lead for Royals Blue with Jackson Toole coming up to bat.
To finish my stupid story, Ron Oster comes up again. Didn't have 20 home runs in his career, and he hits a home run. So the fireworks again go off on the barge in right field, over the field, and so Sutcliffe now has given up 2 home runs and 2 batters. You can just see his red skin just getting darker and darker. He's a red-headed guy anyway, so you can just see the heat coming off of his skin. Next hitter for the Reds is Nick Asaski, and Asaski hits a home run on the first pitch. So again, the fireworks go off.
That one chopped over to the mound, and Reeves has trouble with it, but eventually picks it up.
I'll finish the riveting story when the beginning of the inning next time.
I can't wait to hear it.
It's
2 runs for the Royals Blue team in the top of the first, and they take the early lead here on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over 50 years, the Greater Lafayette World Series has brought our community together through the game of baseball. Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette are proud to support the players, families, and fans who make it all possible. When it's time for your next vehicle, buy with confidence with our lifetime warranty. Plus, get 0% APR, no payments for 90 days, and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select new models. Good luck to every team from Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette.
And little volley, oh my goodness, what a touch for the goal. Kept though by Logansport, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness, give it to him. Rolls through the lane and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
Royals Blue strikes first, and they get 2 runs in the top of the first. We'll see what 5-Star National can do here in the bottom half of the first. But we'd also like to thank our sponsors, Ford of Lafayette, Fraternal Order of Eagles, RME Insurance, Ozip Pizza, Toyota Susho America, and Walt's Other Pub. We appreciate their support of the Greater Lafayette World Series. Isaiah Dowell starts us off here for 5-Star National and takes ball 1 from Dominic Jaskow.
I do like how his bat matches his uniform. Good job on the fashion statement by Mr. Dowell today. So to finish my stupid story, John, so remember the Reds have had 2 home runs and 2 hitters, and the fireworks have gone off on both in right field off the barge in the river in Cincinnati. So the 3rd hitter is Nick Asaski, and he steps up to the plate, and he hits a home run on the very first pitch. And if again the fireworks go off in Sutcliffe, you can just see his ears just steaming.
Yeah, I bet they had to be.
So out walks the Cubs pitching coach. His name was Billy Connors, and Billy Connors is one of the guys that had one of the best senses of humor in baseball. So he walks out, and the last person Rick Sutcliffe wants to see is Billy Connors. He says, "What the heck are you doing out here?" And he says, "Don't worry, Rick. I'm not here to talk to you. I'm just giving the fireworks guy time to reload."
That's pretty good.
I was reminded of that story by Howard Kellman, one of the legends in Indiana broadcasting. I ran into him at a basketball game a few years ago. I asked him if he'd tell me his best baseball story, and he told me that one. I'd heard it, but I was reminded of it.
You know, he's got a book that is, I think it's called like the best stories or some of the funniest stories he's heard in baseball.
Oh yeah,
or something like that, and they're really good.
I bet that's one of them. Is Isaiah Dowell walks to start the game, and the very last thing you want to do as a pitcher is put the leadoff guy on if your team gets you a lead, especially against his team that can hit.
Right. Yes, they can.
I've got to pick. Is that book available as an Audible book?
Yep.
Or is it?
I think it's. I don't know if it's Audible, but I've read the.
I'll be a page turner. I got to see that one.
Yeah, I remember it is a page turner for sure. Throw down to second. Oh, might have got him. Yep, he did. Really good throw by Anthony Chilcote, who got some work pitching yesterday. But man, he really showed his arm there.
Throw the ball to the second base side, you get a lot better shot, and he did. Put the ball right on him. That's a beautiful throw.
Isaiah Dowell stumbled a little bit.
I think he's out anyway with that throw was. If you're a catcher, learn something. You throw the ball to the second base side so the person making the tag at second or short doesn't have to come back toward the base to make the tag. Just drop the glove on him just like that. Beautiful play.
Here's Tristan Ballard. Ballard was 0 for 1 yesterday with a hit by pitch. He did steal a base, and he scored a run. That was in 5-Star Nationals' rout over the Royals' white team, 13-1. Jaskow behind 3-0. Now delivers a strike there. So after Ballard, it's Kenny Schweitzer, Finn Sutcliffe, Cooper Devers, Lyndon Johnson, Lincoln Reeves, Teddy Drake, Jake Jordan, and then an extra hitter, Gabe Medvesek. Left fielder is William Akers. And Ballard draws a walk. So after Dominic Jaskow got out of the previous situation when he puts a runner on first and then Dowell gets caught stealing, now he puts Ballard on with 1 away.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see, if I'm the hitter here, this is Kenny Schweitzer. I'd like to see him make the pitcher throw strikes here. He's walked the first 2. On a hot day, make him work a little bit, at least drive up his pitch count if you can.
And Schweitzer was terrific yesterday. He was 2 for 2, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. He also drove 1 in against Royals White.
And Jaskow's having a hard time so far finding home plate. He does have an out, but got it on the bases. He's thrown a lot more balls than he has strikes so far. And a lot of his misses have been there. They've been up. So Like to see him extend his stride a little bit. So you can get a little bit out over his left hip and drive the ball downhill and keep it down a little bit in the strike zone.
Small lead at first for Ballard and a big cut and a miss from Schweitzer.
You got a 2-0 fastball right where you want it and just missed it.
The 2-1 puts that one in play. Patch up with it, flips to second. There's one on to first. Won't get that, but do get a 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Ballard goes out, and now there's 2 away in the bottom of the first. Finn Sutcliffe comes up to bat. He batted 4th in yesterday's game and went 1 for 2 with a run scored.
And as far as we know, no relation to the aforementioned Rick Sutcliffe, although we don't know for sure.
Pitch motored in for a strike against Finn. Sometimes when you're a pitcher and you see your defense making plays behind you, that inspires you to throw more strikes.
Yep.
The 0-1, way high.
You don't have to do all of it by yourself, especially as you get older and the players get better. You don't have to strike out the whole world. Sometimes just locate your fastball, and today you got wind blowing left field to right field, so see if you can just get him to keep the ball on the ground a little bit, and you'll get out of this and be just fine.
We've had wind gusts as high as 23 miles an hour at times. 1-1 down and away for the umpire's liking.
These camera guys that are up on the scaffolds, I feel bad for them. It's hot, but they've got some wind to deal with. So, again, guys, thanks for all you're doing.
2-1 breaks high. Runner goes. Oh, he might be out. I wouldn't be trying Anthony Chilcote. He has thrown out 2 runners who have tried to steal second, and it has not gone their way.
If you saw John, he was walking off the field before the ball got to second base. He knew it. He knew he had the guy dead to rights. Great throw.
And that takes care of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the second with a 2-0 lead for Royals Blue on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over 50 years, the Greater Lafayette World Series has brought our community together through the game of baseball. Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette are proud to support the players, families, and fans who make it all possible. When it's time for your next vehicle, buy with confidence with our lifetime warranty. Plus, get 0% APR, no payments for 90 days, and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select new models. Good luck to every team from Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette.
And little volley, oh my goodness, what a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Logansport, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness, give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
We have batters 8, 9, and 1 coming up for the Royals Blue team. It's Carter Patch, Beckett Kutch, and then we go back to the top with Tyler Tappendorf along with Rob Albright. I'm John Herrick. It's great to have you with us on the ISC Sports Network. Supposed to have 4 games for you today. This is the second of the 4. Carter Patch playing shortstop, and he hits that one.
Just foul. Just foul. I think he got the call right. Just foul.
You know, the first base coach was doing all he could to change the umpire's
mind. He was wobbling a little bit. I think he knew he was not going to get that call, but that was close. Good job going with the pitch by the hitter. Reeves has to be a little careful. He got a little wild there in the first inning with a couple of walks, so he's going to have to come back with some strikes as he misses down and away there.
Reeves did give up 2 runs, but only 1 hit. He did have 2 walks in the first inning and 1 strikeout. Both pitchers really have been a little uneven. But again, you got to remember this is the 4th game of the World Series for both of them. Royals 2-0-1 coming in. They had a tie against the Thunder at 9-9. 2-0 win over Harrison, and then an 8-4 defeat that they handed on deck blue. And that one is chopped but foul. As for the five-star national squad, they are 2-0-1 as well. Their tie was a 4-4 tie against top-tier Scott. They hammered Logansport 17-0, and then a 13-1 win over Royals White. That's how five-star national got here. Carter Patch now with a count at 2-2 to him. Now it's full.
He's still missing a lot upstairs. He sort of needs to really work on his fundamentals and just drive downhill toward home plate here.
And he gets on. So we've had now 5 combined walks in this game between both starting pitchers.
And if you're watching on TV from the camera in center field, just sort of watch his level of his waist. If his waist doesn't move, he's going to have a really hard time being consistent. You've got to drop your butt, sit down, and drive down the hill. And if you just kind of throw it like he's doing right now, it's difficult to find the strike zone. And he did there. Hard to be consistent, though. Again, I'll go back to Aroldis Chapman. You watch his butt, it drops about a foot when he pitches, maybe more than that. Sometimes he'll get right to that position and drop his butt.
Beckett, Kutch on to at bat, and he tries to lay a bunt down, and that is a successful 1-3 sacrifice that moves Patch over to second base. Now we go back to the top of the order with Tyler Tappendorf. Tappendorf was 3 for 3 yesterday, and he also drove in a run. That was when the Royals blue defeated on deck blue.
Strikeout his first time up this afternoon, however.
Lincoln Reeves misses on that pitch.
John, we talked yesterday about just fundamentals and being pitchers versus throwers, and right now Reeves is just throwing it.
Slapped over to second. Johnson up with it. Able to retire Dappendorf, who's now 0 for 2 today. Lucas Kenworthy comes up. Now he singled and scored back in the first, and Kenworthy was really good yesterday. He was 2 for 4 in the win that they had over on deck blue. He also drove in 3 runs. Now he struggled as the pitcher. He was the starting pitcher, didn't last an inning, but he did show what a valuable hitter he was. He's got a chance to drive home a run from third. Takes that one down and in. After Kenworthy, it's Dominic Juskow if he can keep the inning going.
Good pitch, center half. A right fielder playing awfully shallow with the wind blowing that direction. Kenworthy gets into one, he can run for a while. There's a lot of room out there in the outfield, behind the outfielders especially.
Now it's 2-1. Had the dimensions of the field, 372 and straightaway center.
Far cry from that 414 we saw last night.
Yep, 354 in right center. Now it's 3-1.
Good job by the catcher, Jake Jordan, there on a good block of a pitch down and in. Sometimes that ball just almost hits the hitter's shoes. It's tough to gauge where to put your glove, and he did a good job blocking it.
Kenworthy trying to protect the plate, just nips it foul. Make the count 3-2. We're in the top of the second. Both of these teams trying to vie for a chance to play for Gold Championship on Sunday. And neither team has lost yet in this World Series. They each have tied once, and yet another walk issued by Lincoln Reeves, his 4th of the day.
And he's just kind of aiming it. Sometimes you can throw strikes that way, but you're not going to consistently throw them, and that's, as you said, that's 4 walks and 4 free bases, and that's also really adds to your pitch count. So if he's not careful, the five-star National is going to get into their bullpen really quickly.
Dominic Juskow, who's already singled and His courtesy runner came around to score back in the first.
You can already see he's lost a little pop on that fastball. A couple of miles an hour anyway.
Runner goes. Hit and run by Juskow. So now, because he fouled it away, Kenworthy's going to have to go back to first. And I would imagine that Lincoln Reeves will be trying to keep an eye on it.
And we've already seen one catcher in Chilcote be able to really throw runners out. We'll see if Jordan can do it. Again, that's rare at the 14U level.
1-1. Clearly in a spot that Juskow liked it, but fouled it away.
You can sure see the size difference between these two teams and the first two teams we had, John. These are big, strong athletes. They're 14 years old.
Now the runner goes again.
That's a good pitch.
And Jordan thought he had strike three, but instead Kenworthy ends up stealing second. But hey, if you get strike three here, inning's over. Don't need to worry much about the runner in that situation.
Still got a ball to play with here, so locate something here.
That one's sent over to short. Schweitzer, long throw, but got it across the diamond.
Good strong throw there by Schweitzer. Very, very nice.
No runs, no hits, no errors, but 2 runners left aboard for the Royals Blue, and they still lead by 2 on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over 50 years, the Greater Lafayette World Series has brought our community together through the game of baseball. Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette are proud to support the players, families, and fans who make it all possible. When it's time for your next vehicle, buy with confidence with our lifetime warranty. Plus, get 0% APR, no payments for 90 days, and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select new models. Good luck to every team from Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Logansport, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
Ben Sutcliffe leads us off here in the bottom of the second through an inning and a half from Logansport. Greater Lafayette World Series action. And Sutcliffe wastes no time chopping that one high over the third baseman's head and into left. So that ends up actually being the first hit of the game for 5-Star National, because they had 2 runners get on by way of a walk in the first and another by a fielder's choice. But this time, nice piece of hitting by Sutcliffe.
That's what they used to call a bounding ball back in the days of places like we talked about, Riverfront Stadium, when they had that AstroTurf. Things just bounced off there like a golf ball on a driveway.
Sutcliffe was 1 for 2 in yesterday's game with a run scored. Now we have Cooper Devers up. Devers was also busy in that win. He had scored twice, and he also singled.
And so far, after 4 hitters, the Royals pitcher, Juskow, has not yet gotten a hitter out. So far, it's the fielder's choice, forced out at second base, and 2 throws from his catcher, Chilcote, to get runners out at second base. So
now he's allowed the single to Sutcliffe. How does Devers take advantage? Hammers that, and it gets down in front of the center fielder, Tappendorf.
and we saw this team really can hit.
Devers singles the center. Second.
First and second now with nobody out.
Second baseman, number 10, Lyndon Johnson.
Call this kid the president. Number 10 is Lyndon Johnson, the second baseman for 5-Star National. President Johnson, a good hitter, quick runner, good athlete.
And at one point, remember when 5-Star broke the game open yesterday in their 13-1 rout over Royals White, it was in that first inning where they had 6 straight hits.
Yes.
And it was amazing how fast it happened.
Yeah, he was the 6th, and they got 6 or 7 runs in that first inning quick. There's another one.
Got it through the left side. Scooped up by Kenworthy, and he gets it back in. It's a smart play by him to not allow the runners to advance. But 3 consecutive hits now.
Devers to second. Bringing up the pitcher, number 27, Lincoln Reeves.
Another presidential joke. Here's Mr. Lincoln in the batter's box, the pitcher for 5-Star National, Lincoln Reeves. Also a good stick. Got a couple of hits last night, as I remember.
Yep, and he was playing left field in that game, and he scored one of their 13 runs. And Reeves called for a strike here.
Nice pitch there on the outside corner. Difficult pitch to hit.
Reeves sends it high in the air to right. Beckett
Not gonna get it.
cannot get there. 1 run is in for sure. The second one comes around to tie it. Picked up by Kutch. Second and third with no out and a tie ball game.
And that's as that wind blows left to right and a bigger outfield than they're used to out there, that's a difficult play to make. And he kept going and sort of stopped running a little bit. Slowed down right about there. They couldn't get to it. Didn't get a great jump on the ball. So there's 5-Star Nationals bats. They really, really, really can hit.
And they have now hit 4 in a row. 3 singles and now a double from Reeves. And Teddy Drake has an opportunity here as the DH.
And I don't think they're done yet.
Not with nobody out. Drake back up the middle, but snagged by Juskow as one play is to first.
Very good play.
Drake bounces out to the pitcher for the first.
Looked the runner back, made a quick throw, quick hard throw. And now they're tossing it around a little bit.
Trying to get the runners in a pickle here. Chilcote throws, but not in time, and the runners make it back safe. And while that was happening, look at the wind and what it did to one of the parents' tents. Holy cow. Knocking stuff over. All kinds of chaos happening. We got rundowns, we got wind gusts, we got...
I'm telling you, we got Indiana going on right now. A little weather. We got something blowing in from the west, it looks like.
Yeah, some bad weather looking like it's moving in from Illinois. So we might be having to deal with that at some point. Jake Jordan is now up. He's the team's catcher. Falls behind 0-1. Contact made and a foul. That thing's been blowing everything all over the place.
Yeah, those things are just parachutes at this point. Not much you can do to keep those things down. The wind is 30 miles an hour.
And this family down on the first base side, they just packed up the tent and just left their chairs out. Said, nope, no more of this.
Nope. They're staying cool and they're staying smart. I'm looking at the radar. A lot of stuff north of us kind of coming down from the northwest, but it might go over top of us. There's some stuff popping up just south of Chicago that may get here after a while. As I play meteorologist on top of broadcaster here, John.
Oh yeah, there's times you got to do that. 1, 2,
3 years shy of a meteorological degree.
Well, you were closer than I was.
Yeah, I'm 3. You know, I think it's a 3-year program, so I'm still on the 101 classes. I want to learn how to work the little circle pointer thing on the screen. It makes little yellow circles around where you want to talk about. I'm still at that level. I'm still drawing stick figures on the screens.
Just enough contact made by Jordan to foul that one off.
And again, he's still, stepping outside a little bit, so having to wave at that outside pitch. You want to see people drive that thing on the outside corner and just hit it to the right center field gap. But when you step to the left and open up your shoulders, you just really can't do a lot with that pitch except for foul it off like he just did.
The 1-2. Good eye that time.
If you watch his left foot, you want to step straight or toward first base a little bit and he's stepping toward third, so that makes your bat shorter, takes away the outer half of the plate when you do that. You open up your shoulders and you can't get to it, and certainly can't drive it.
Nearly hit him. So the inning started, single from Sutcliffe, single from Devers. Lyndon Johnson singles.
And he's got the protection on his left foot, step toward the pitcher. You got that big old pad over there.
Ball 4. Royals fans don't like it.
And I think he missed by just a little bit.
Third walk issued by Dominic Juskow. Gabe Medvesic, extra hitter, about to check in. And we have a runner at first base, courtesy-wise, coming in for Jake Jordan.
Running for Jake Jordan, Teddy Drake.
Ironically enough, it's Teddy Drake who got out in the previous at-bat.
Yeah, that's the last batted out. Usually that's the person they'll put on as a courtesy runner because he's not going to come up for a while. Unless they've got a designated runner over there on the bench, which they may not have, because if they do that, they can't use him as a player later. So there's a little bit of gamesmanship going on now with the coaches.
Coach meeting with his entire infield. How long of a leash does Dominic Juskow have? I think that's the question.
A lot depends on what he's got behind him, John. Obviously, this team, 5-star National, can hit. And they're in a little bit of a pickle here with only one out and the bases loaded. So they don't want to keep this thing going and get back to the top if they can help it.
And they just also put in Kenny Schweitzer to run for Lincoln Reeves at second.
And Lincoln Reeves being the pitcher. You can have a courtesy runner. Pitchers and catchers can have courtesy runners.
Gabe Medvesic waits and takes ball 1. Chilcote tried to frame it in a way that might convince the umpire. Didn't fall for it.
No, that was pretty far up and out there. And the pitcher just opens up his shoulders and leaves that left shoulder open. Then the right shoulder trails behind it, and the arm can never catch up. Always going to be up and out. Good swing 2-0, and he fouls it off. Does Medvesic. 5-star National team from the Zionsville, Indiana area. Always good sports in that part of our area up here in Northwest Indiana.
Flips the corner for strike 2. Their run differential coming in plus 16, and they had only allowed 5 runs total. So now 7 after the 2 they've given up here. Medvesic slaps that one away, foul again.
Yeah, last night they won 13-1 in about 45 minutes, so that'll help your differential for sure. Good job staying alive here by Gabe Medvesic, fouling pitches off. Good battle here between he and the pitcher. We'll see who wins it.
Well, if Medvesic wins it, going to be some runners coming around.
Yes, sir.
Last thing Juskow needs is another walk.
Yeah, and you can't play around with trying to locate here. You just got to throw a strike and hope. And so if it's down the middle and Medvesic needs to look for that, just drive it.
Which he does, but it might be playable in shallow left. Kenworthy makes the grab, and he's made a couple of really good throws to prevent things from happening.
Not quite deep enough that time to get a runner home. So now we're at the bottom and go back to the top. So we have William Akers, the left fielder, stepping in for 5-star National.
Akers had a single and a triple yesterday. And the left-hander sees that one float in high.
I really like to see him work on top here with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Don't want to get behind in the counts where you've got to throw something down the middle. There you go.
Nice little off-speed pitch there from Juskow.
If you can get that one over and time it the way he just did, that's a really nice pitch.
Fouled away.
And you also have to avoid throwing a curveball and dirt in it so it gets by the catcher and don't make him work. You don't want to give him a free run. So high pressure situation here for pitchers. You've got to throw strikes, but you've got to put them in certain spots that don't put your team in trouble.
And the 1-2 came close to hitting him.
Although I will say this, he's got one heck of a catcher back there. Choco's shown to be very talented behind the home plate.
The 116 and under division game we've got today, Hoosier Warhawks against BG Tomahawks. It's supposed to take place around 7. Weather permitting, of course. Ball 3 inside.
We've got a couple of birds or an axe or Warhawks and Tomahawks. And appropriate in Indiana.
Battle of intimidating nicknames.
Yeah.
Here's the payoff with the runners going. And Akers just does enough to foul it away.
I think there's an actual bird called a warhawk, or is that something that's made up?
I think that's right.
Yeah? You ever have a pet warhawk? I'd have it.
I would never have a pet warhawk.
No, probably not.
I think after a couple days, that thing would want to kill me.
What would you name it?
Nice.
Billy? Billy the pet warhawk? Maybe?
I'd name it Fernando.
Fernando the pet? Yes, you would. Of course you would. Like
RBI walk for Akers.
Akers draws a walk.
How many babies do you think are going to be born this year with the name Fernando?
Oh my gosh, so
Can you
many.
imagine?
There's probably going to be a lot named Kurt, too.
Probably. A lot of dogs named Signetti, I would imagine.
Yeah. 5-Star National has come back to take their first lead of the day. And we are back to the top of the order with Isaiah Dow. He was walked by Juskow. Either way, Rob, do you think this is all for Dominic after this inning?
Like I said, it all depends on what's behind him. I mean, I don't know what they have on their bench, but he's not throwing a ton of pitches, but he's gotten through the batting order, once plus a couple in inning and 2/3, so he's in a little trouble, but he's having a hard time finding the strike zone. I don't see anybody up in their bullpen yet, so.
I know it's tough to want to go there in the second, but.
Yeah, and you're doing a dance here between.
And now you've had, that's the other thing too. Back-to-back RBI walks.
Yeah, but if you're trying to get to tomorrow, you've got to play, and you got to win, but you also need to save pitchers, or it kind of doesn't matter. So it's sort of a little bit of a dance that you do if you're a coach, and it's not easy because you have to trust your kids, and you get too far down. There is no tomorrow, but if you go to tomorrow and you don't have anybody left, kind of what's the point? So you really have to be careful and know your team.
Tristan Pollard to the plate has also drawn a walk. This time he swings at the
he's
first
upset
pitch.
with himself. He gave him the runs they're giving out there. Didn't need to do that.
Popped right up to Carter Patch. But 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 3 men left on base. We are through 2, and it's 4-2. 5-Star National with the advantage on the ISC Sports Network.
4 runs and 4 hits.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over 50 years, the Greater Lafayette World Series has brought our community together through the game of baseball. Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette are proud to support the players, families, and fans who make it all possible. When it's time for your next vehicle, buy with confidence with our lifetime warranty. Plus, get 0% APR, no payments for 90 days, and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select new models. Good luck to every team from Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette.
And that'll volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Logansport, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he ducks him. Oh my goodness.
Don't forget that RME Insurance has been serving Lafayette area's insurance needs for over 30 years. We have solutions for home, auto, business, and life. Give us a call today, 765-742-5411, or visit our website, rmeinsurance.com. At RME Insurance, our customers are our community. Five-Star National has taken the lead on Royals Blue. Royals Blue got 2 in the first, and Five-Star National strikes back with 4 in the bottom of the second. And now here we go to the top of the third inning with 4, 5, and 6 due up in the order. Carson Weaver, Tate Krasminski, and Anthony Chilcote. Weaver walked in the first and was left on third, and Weaver takes ball 1 from Lincoln Reeves. So both pitchers are having their issues, Rob, but right now Five-Star Nationals bats starting to come along.
Yeah, they are. And if you've got those bats behind you, as Cooper Reeves does, you've just got to throw strikes right here. There's really no other choice. And he does there with a good fastball. Let him hit it. See what they can do. They haven't hit him hard yet. They had a couple base hits early, but they haven't hit him real hard. So if I'm him, I'm just going to throw strikes and say, here it is, see what you got. The wind's blowing in enough. He's not going to get beat too deep. So
1-1 bounces.
And he's messing around with something there. That's something other than a fastball. Just throw the ball over the plate, kid. You got a lead. Stay with it. I really don't mind kids messing around with pitches, trying to figure things out during pool play, but during bracket play, you're trying to win. Unless you've got a really good pitch to throw and can throw it over the plate for strikes when you get a lead, your job is to throw strikes and let the defense help you win games. Limit your pitch count. That's what your job is almost all the time. He's messing around now and got this guy filled up with a 3-2 count. And I would say, as a coach, I'd say needlessly.
Is he going to walk Carson Weaver again?
Not on that pitch.
Not on that pitch. Weaver was clearly protecting the plate.
And they do have 2 hits against him, but one was a bloop single and one was a seeing eye single up the middle. Neither one was hit hard, and he's not been hit hard yet. Nothing to the outfield in the air anyway, so I'm not sure why he's messing around with off-speed stuff or even anything but just fastballs. And there you go. You walk the leadoff guy again, and with a lead, you don't want to do that.
Leadoff walk. Bring up third baseman, number 12, Tate Krasminski.
Tate Krasminski is another man he's walked. So he's walked Weaver twice. Kenworthy, Krasminski, and Patch, he's walked once. 1 strikeout to 5 walks and 2 runs allowed.
And one lesson you have to learn when you're a pitcher, when you're young, is you can't be afraid to get hit. Because walks end up being a lot less or a lot more harmful than hits do most of the time. Because walks can't use a defense. Hit a batted ball can.
That one gets through Jordan. Jordan picks it up and tries to get him out, but Weaver's able to get there.
It's just something young pitchers have to learn. A lot of these kids are tall, lanky, and strong, and when they were 12, throwing from 60 feet, they could dominate. You back them up to, or from 45 feet, they could dominate. Back them up to 60, and they're not quite as good as they used to be. So they've got to learn how to throw strikes and learn how to get batters out without striking them out. It's not all up to them. And with 5 walks and 13 hitters, you really got to think he's trying to do it all by himself here.
Krasminski flies that one foul.
The cameras want to get a shot of it. We've got some weather coming in from the west here. It's looking awfully menacing. A few minutes away, the wind's blowing awfully strong.
Krasminski was 1 for 3 in yesterday's game. Moves ahead in the count, 2-1. Yep, skies have gotten a lot more cloudy and ominous. Wind has certainly picked up.
Yeah, this time of year, things just kind of pop up, and that looks like something's coming our way. At least they got a turf field. They can still play after it dries out a little bit. We may have a delay at some point later, if that indeed gets on top of us.
VR in this area is under a severe thunderstorm watch.
I'm watching.
You've probably used that phrase every time a watch has been issued, haven't you?
You know what? I'm not sure if I've ever used it before right now. I'm not sure I have. That's off the top of my head. I just happen to be looking out the window. I'm not a storm chaser. But I am watching.
That one gets away from Jordan. Previous one was a wild pass ball. This one a wild pitch.
And here, I'm going to give credit to the Royals catcher, Chilcote. So you've seen a couple balls now get by the catcher in this inning. It just hasn't happened on the other side. So a good, talented catcher can prevent runs and can prevent bases. And so far, he's done a better job back behind the plate of blocking pitches and throwing the ball people out on the bases as well.
Reeves kicks and fires. And again, Krasminski just continues to aggravate him by staying alive.
Yeah, but he's doing what he should do. He's for the most part, throwing more strikes. I mean, he's filled the count up again, second hitter in a row this inning, but at least he's thrown a couple more in a row over the plate. Got to do it again.
But he can't. So just like he did in the first inning, he does it again here in the third. Lincoln Reeves, the back-to-back walks of Carson Weaver and Tate Krasminski. Anthony Chilcote got on by way of a fielder's choice, but
yeah, I'm rooting for this kid just because I really like what he does behind the plate.
And you and I have talked about this before, Rob, about how hard it is for a 14-year-old to have really strong arms and how to throw runners out at second when they're trying to steal. And
yeah,
for Chilcote to already have 2 plays as the catcher to catch runners in this game, that really shows a lot about where his future's headed.
for sure. He's a big, strong athlete. You know, in the first game we saw, I mentioned a little bit ago, just the size difference of the kids. When they're big and athletic, they can make the throw. When they're not quite there yet, that's a difficult thing for them to do. And so this is why there's the team in the gold bracket and the team in the silver bracket, just the physical strength of these kids. Some of them mature faster than others, and so that's what you're seeing.
Well, conference on the mound.
That might be the most delayed visit I've ever seen by a coach. The team was out there about a minute before he got there, so he's going to make a change.
May I have your attention, please? Now
Drake
pitching for
was
five-star national. Number 16.
Extra hitter.
Drake.
For a 5-star. Keep Reeves in the game at that position and let him still hit. They can do that if they want to.
So Reeves is responsible for the runners on first and third with nobody out. And Drake trying to complete his warm-up pitches. He had just 1 strikeout. That was against Tappendorf. 6 walks, and his runs allowed numbers are still to be determined based on whatever Teddy Drake is able to do here. So 16 and under action doesn't get started until 2:30 this afternoon, the first of which is the North Central Cyclones against USA Prime Indy Regional, and the 16 and under game being played today, the Hoosier Warhawks against the BG Tomahawks, coming up at 7, scheduled to do that at least. As far as the 14 and under games go, here are some of the finals from today as Drake completes his warm-up pitches. Indiana Thunder with a 9-1 win over the Logansport Titan Bats. At Eastern High School, top-tier Scott wins a barn burner over On Deck Blue, 7-6. The Indiana Braves dominate the Lowell All-Stars, 14-1. Royals White with a 6-3 win over Harrison here at Logansport. And Eastern High School Sports Complex, that's where this game was held. Top-tier Scott, 14-0. They hammer Titans Bolton. So those are some other 14 and under scores that have happened today. And Anthony Chilcote is now ready to face Teddy Drake here in the top of the third. And Drake's first pitch to him off the mark, ball one.
And again, just his job right now is just to simply throw strikes. That's all he's out there to do. And Chilcote kind of waves at that one.
Kuzminski hopping around at first. Pitch. There's strike two.
Hails the outside corner. We've got a new catcher in the game too, I think, John.
I think you are correct.
I think that's Medvezic back there behind the dish now.
It is. Yep.
Number 3 for 5-star national.
Came in as just an extra hitter, just as he did yesterday. And Medvezic, he is probably relieved that Kuzminski gets to head back to first, because I don't know that he was ready to throw down there.
I don't think so either. He's probably relieved also that there's clouds in the sky and a good little cooler outside too.
That is also true. Which I'm sure our ISC camera crew and the fans appreciate. The 1-2. Chilcote makes contact.
It's going to stay in play for the first baseman, just barely in fair territory. Backed on it, made a nice catch.
Chilcote pops up to the first baseman for the.
That's a big out. Chilcote is not an easy man to retire.
Nope.
The first baseman, number 40, Jackson Toole.
Jackson Toole comes up. He ended the first inning by grounding back out to the pitcher.
Oh, he's a big, strong athlete, Jackson Toole.
This also gives 5-star national a crack at a double play if it's hit on the ground in the infield.
They're probably going to send him. And there you go. Throw just couldn't quite get there in time to transition it, so they have the stolen base and the run scores behind it.
So Weaver's the one who gets home to make it 4-3, and Kuzminski ends up taking second.
And it's a rarity that you'll let a guy throw through there, but they didn't get the out, and the run came across the plate. So very nice read by the runner at third base, who read the throw through and took off, left him no chance to get him out at the plate.
It's sort of an excuse me swing from Jackson Toole.
Yeah, it's a good fastball in the inner half. I love it when pitchers are not afraid to come inside and throw strikes in there.
Well, it's got to feel great for the confidence of the Royals blue team as Jackson Toole misses that one. That you have scored 3 runs already, and you're in the top of the third against a team that only had allowed 5 runs total in 3 games combined.
Yeah, and they just have to play some defense, and we'll see what they do with the pitchers, like you asked last inning. But we know that the 5-star nationals can hit.
Pitch misses, throw to third. Very close. Tristan Ballard trying to plead his case that he got the tag down. Umpire does not see it his way.
I'd like to know where that pitch was. I think if the challenge was available, I think I would challenge it. I thought that pitch was a strike. It looked like it from up here.
That might be what the head coach is trying to argue.
It sure looked like it. I think the umpire was anticipating the throw down to third, and I think turned his head.
Either way, the conversation is a brief one. And the count is 2-2.
4
Jackson
umpires
Toole.
out there. You got to do your job, and I think he maybe turned his head a little bit that time and didn't do it.
Got him swinging. So big out for Drake.
What's the saying? Ball don't lie.
Bringing up the shortstop, number 7, Carter.
After 2 walks issued by Reeves to begin the inning, they make the switch to Teddy Drake. And Drake gets Chilcote out at first and then strikes out Toole.
Yeah, good job. Just come in and throw strikes. At this level, that's all you got to do. Just throw strikes. No free bases.
Carter Patch walked to begin the second.
They still only have 2 hits. If they hit you, they hit you. I think these kids need to learn how to throw strikes, period. Just do that.
Yeah, because that's like, if you want to make a baseball analogy like a house, that's where you build your foundation.
That's your foundation, right.
And then you can worry about pickoff moves and getting guys to chase one and all that other stuff afterwards.
Yeah, and I do a lot of high school baseball, PA and broadcasting. I just don't like when kids try to, this pickoff play and that pickoff play and this whatever. Just get out. You only get 21 of them. So don't work on trying to steal a couple. Just throw strikes and get them and play good defense.
Count evens up at 2.
I've also never understood, you get the first 2 guys on base and you bunt, just hand them an out.
Patch.
Beautiful, beautiful job.
Ties the game. Well, a good effort by Dowell to try to throw him out.
Did he get him? No, he didn't get him.
No, he didn't. No, I admire that.
It's close.
But he was able to get home Krasminski.
And another seeing eye single. That one wasn't hit very hard either, but it was just exactly in the right spot. So another RBI single there for Carter Patch.
And what do you know, Rob, another example of a leadoff walk coming around to score. That's what Weaver got to do, and now Krasminski scores, and we're deadlocked at 4.
You know, there's just nothing good comes from leadoff walk unless you get a quick double play behind it. Just nothing ever good comes from it.
Beckett Kutch up to the plate.
And that closes the book on Reeves, who did allow 4 earned runs there.
Yep.
On just a couple of hits. 4 runs on 2 hits. Too many walks.
Yeah. 6 walks to 1 strikeout. But now Drake is starting to have a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, control problems would come. I wonder if that's just wind or it's temperature or what it is. It just seems like none of them are comfortable on the mound today.
Again, you know, a lot of these 14 and under kids having to play at high schools for the first time.
Yeah, and you see a really short move to home plate, which means his left leg doesn't bend much, not much of a stride. It's a quick little move to home plate. And it's really difficult to throw strikes. Again, you're just throwing versus being a pitcher. And it's just something that you have to learn. So their coaches either see that or they don't. But there's a right way to throw strikes, and it isn't with no bend in your body and no lower half. It's just a step and a throw right there, and it's hard to control that to a spot.
Now we're back to the top of the order. 3rd time through. Tyler Tappendorf. Medvesek, the new catcher.
And I'll make the analogy that we all watched the home run derby this week. So all the pitchers in that thing, they would just get the ball, they'd turn their shoulders and throw the same way every single time. And they threw strike after strike after strike. And they weren't throwing like a lever up and down like this. It's just hard to throw strikes that way. At least consistently.
Down and in.
And the thing you can see if you're watching on TV is the misses aren't small misses. They're big misses up, they're big misses down, they're big misses in, they're big misses out. It's just so inconsistent unless your body is in control every single time, and you just can't do it if you're stiff.
Nothing stiff about that one.
That was a good pitch. Now you got to do it again. That's what he's had a hard time doing. But Reeves couldn't repeat it. What you want as a pitcher is repeatable. You want the same location of a release point. There you go, nice pitch.
And got the strikeout to end the inning. So that's got to be a breath of relief for Teddy Drake. So 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base for the Royals Blue, but they come back to tie it up at 4-all. Bottom of the 3rd next on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over 50 years, the Greater Lafayette World Series has brought our community together through the game of baseball. Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette are proud to support the players, families, and fans who make it all possible. When it's time for your next vehicle, buy with confidence with our lifetime warranty. Plus, get 0% APR, no payments for 90 days, and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select new models. Good luck to every team from Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette.
And little volley, oh my goodness, what a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Logansport, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness, give it to him. goodness.
You know how you know when it's getting windy outside is when you start to hear some folks on the ISC Sports Talkback. They're outside, or they're in the pen, which is obviously outside, and you hear the wind starting to howl. And that's really been the case over the last inning or two.
Yeah, well, I don't want it to get dangerous out there for them, but it's been sort of a steady wind for the last couple of innings now.
Yep, and it's reaching about 22 miles an hour. Chances of rain increase as we move into the 4 o'clock hour. About a 55% chance is that we might see one. Kenny Schweitzer starts off the bottom of the third. And Dominic Juskow, the starting pitcher for Royals White, remains in action.
I'm surprised that wasn't a ball there. He started his motion, then stopped it. That should be a ball or a walk with nobody on base and a ball called.
And this one popped up and gets down in front of Kutch, and then gets away from him. Schweitzer to second, and he ends up trying to head to third.
See where the throw goes. It was cut off. Good quick throw in, held him to a triple.
Schweitzer with a single.
Well, I think what they're going to end up ruling that as a single, and then the error on Beckett Kutch in right field. So
he just bat did bounce over him, and did get a glove on it. So yeah, a single with a.
And what a costly time to have the first error of the game for the Royals. Vince Sutcliffe. Now remember, Sutcliffe is the one that got things going in the second.
Yeah, he had a single, and again, leadoff hitters on base. So I think each time that's happened, except for the top of the bottom of the first of the Nationals, the runner has come around to score. So.
And Sutcliffe, I think, salivating a little bit, knowing he's got a runner on third. He was going for it all there.
He was trying to drive him home. All you got to do is put it in place someplace on the ground on the right side, or find green in the outfield. Just don't try and pull this thing, as he did right there. Well,
and that gets bobbled by Krasminski.
That's going to be an E5 there.
Sutcliffe is safe on the
and in
air.
the blink of an eye, 5-star National back on top.
The one thing that you don't want to do there is hit the ball toward the runner, which he did, got lucky with the error. So
right fielder number 5.
He will get the RBI on that, but it's an E5. And the reason for that rule is you cannot assume an out. So he will get the RBI on the batted ball, but E5 on base, so it counts against his average.
Cooper Devers is up. Strike called.
Again with that team matching bat that looks like the old Houston Astros uniform or Happy Halloween, one of the two.
It's crazy to think Halloween's really not that far away.
Not that far away. We were just talking when I walked up. We're 5 weeks away from high school football starting and 7 from college football starting. So getting to be late summer, which means the vegetables get good and it's almost football season. So I can stop worrying about my Reds for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Worry about football now.
Well, I've already told you when you can stop worrying about the Reds. It's after April.
After April, but yeah, I just see. I'm just that glutton for punishment that I hope that this year is going to be different. I mean, it's only been 31 years, John, and this year might be different.
0-2 fouled out of play by Devers. Well, I will say this. I remember there was a Monday Night Football game. The Ravens were playing the Browns, and the Ravens won on the last play on a fluky punt return for a touchdown. And this Browns fan, as the 0-2 misses inside, comes out, posts a video of himself losing his mind, and rips his Browns jersey off and, sets it on fire, right?
Yeah.
And one of my friends that was a Browns fan said, I don't know why you're doing that, because you're just going to go back and be a fan again, as that one's hit up the middle. Runners on first and second now with nobody out.
He's just mad in the moment.
It's like, yeah, you're mad in the moment, but you're going to come back and be a fan.
You can
deny it all you want.
Well, Phil Castellini said it. Where are you going to go? I mean, you heard the speech on opening day a few years ago. What are you going to do? Not to support the team? Well, I'll be a glutton for punishment. We're going to make a little pitching change here. It looks like they're going to bring in the third baseman, Krasminski, to pitch, it looks like. Do pretty soon, at least to come warm up. We talked about these bats for the 5-star National, John. Here they come again. So this is their second hit this inning, and first and second, nobody out. So a little trouble here. And there's one let Chilcote let it get away from him.
He does make a good attempt, at least, to go down to third.
And that's the first one I've seen that I can remember anyway, getting away from him. Done a nice job back there.
Lyndon Johnson is up, so Johnson, if he gets a base hit here, can score 2.
I've got faith in the president here. You know, I used to say, John, when it was a good year for me. If the Reds were still in it when the Colts went to training camp, I was having a good year.
Yeah.
So I think I'm about 10 wins away from that being true this year. 10 wins in a row, which probably won't happen. Although they are in Colorado this weekend, so they've got a shot.
Two-0 gets wide of the mark.
They got that pitcher warming up down there in the bullpen in a hurry, did the Royals. I think they're afraid of this game getting away from them. Doesn't give another walk issued to Johnson. And that loads him up for Lincoln Reeves, the starting pitcher for Five-Star National.
That's now 5 walks issued by Juskow, and he does not have a strikeout. So,
yeah,
to your point,
you just can't give free bases. It just ends up being bad no matter what level of baseball you're playing.
all right, we'll go ahead and take a brief timeout while the pitching change happens. Five-Star National threatening more here in the bottom of the third on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over
Turns out the Royals are sticking with Dominic Juskow for a little while longer. Now Tate Krasminski is in the bullpen warming up, and while he came off third base to pitch, Trey Krause takes over at third. And we've got Lincoln Reeves up. Now Lincoln Reeves doubled, and he has an RBI in this game. And his courtesy runner came around to score back in the second inning. And here we are in the bottom of the third. We started at about 2:25, so we're at 3:38. We're getting close to the 1 hour and 15-minute mark. Juskow delivers that for a strike. Five RBIs by 5 different guys in this game for Five-Star National. The 2-1 just became 3-1. Those are Isaiah Dow, Finn Sutcliffe, Lyndon Johnson, Lincoln Reeves, William Akers.
You really want to see him throw strikes. He's getting behind too many hitters, leaving that upstairs as well.
And that is now the third time that it's been an RBI walk for a Five-Star National batter.
That's the third RBI of the day for Lincoln Reeves. He's 1 for 1 with a walk, 3 RBIs, a double, and a run scored. Pretty good day there for Lincoln Reeves.
Not a bad day at all.
That's a pretty good day. The coach brought him 1 batter and allowed a run. There's still, so here's the highest pressure situation you can do to a kid. Bring another pitcher in with bases loaded and nobody out.
Yeah.
Just here, no pressure here, kid. Slam the door.
Okay, well now we actually do know, in fact, that we have a pitching change. So we'll take a brief timeout and be back to tell you all about the new pitcher in a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over 50 years, the Greater Lafayette World Series has brought our community together through the game of baseball. Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette are proud to support the players, families, and fans who make it all possible. When it's time for your next vehicle, buy with confidence with our lifetime warranty. Plus, get 0% APR, no payments for 90 days, and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select new models. Good luck to every team from Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Logansport, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness.
New pitcher for the Royals blue team, Tate Krasminski, as he takes over for Dominic Juskow. And here's how the inning has gone to this point. Kenny Schweitzer singled. He later came around to score. Finn Sutcliffe got on by way of an error, came around to score. Cooper Devers singled, and then Lyndon Johnson and Lincoln Reeves both walked. Reeves with 3 runs batted in. We've got the bases loaded and nobody out here in the bottom of the third for Teddy Drake. And first time that he has faced Tate Krasminski. And Dominic Juskow gets credit for going 2+ innings, but the big problem for him were the walks.
And John, we've seen the 5-star Nationals now play 2 complete innings last night, 2 complete innings today, plus nobody out in the third in both games. They've scored 19 runs in 4 innings.
Drake goes after pitch number 1 and pops it up. If it stays in the infield fly rule in effect anyway, but Carson Weaver drifts back to get it. 1 away.
Yeah, he made a difficult catch there, harder than it had to be. What you want to see a player do there is sprint back to where the ball will be and catch it going toward home plate. And he caught it going backwards. So good play. But need to learn a little bit better fundamentals on catching a pop fly, especially with a runner on third base like that, because you can tag on an infield fly if you choose to.
Jake Jordan is up. Now, Jordan started off the game as the catcher, but has now been moved back to being the extra hitter. And Gabe Medvesek, who is after him, is now the catcher in the on-deck circle. 1-0. Too far inside, 2-0.
Good start by Krasminski on the first hitter, but no place to put this one. So now you're 2-0, and if you're Jordan, you just sit on something and drive it as hard as you can someplace. See if you can find some green, get those guys running around the bases.
And that makes it 3-0.
I think I would have swung at that pitch in the inner half. I think I would have turned on and tried to do something with it. I didn't have that kind of discipline that he just had. Now you got to make him come twice.
Wow, but he had a 3-0 green light.
I wonder if that was given to him or if that was a mistake. I don't think I'd have given him green light there with the bases loaded and 1 out. I would not have green lighted him. Maybe he did. Two pop-ups in a row. Really good job by the pitcher.
Excellent job. You're right, by Krasminski.
Man, that's good stuff.
And both of those pop-ups have been to the second baseman. So Gabe Medvesek is next. He flew out to left. Boy, that was, how about that for a well-timed pitching change for the Royals?
Masterful so far. He's just done a nice job. You know, both of those pop flies just a little bit late. Bat head drops a little bit and you pump it up. Just again, and take advantage of the age of these kids.
Medvesek puts a charge into this diving effort. Made! Tappendorf comes flying in to make an excellent catch and end the threat for 5-star National in the third. What a play by Tyler Tappendorf, the center fielder. So 5-star National gets 2, but that's all they get. Certainly worth another look. It's the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over 50 years, the Greater Lafayette World Series has brought our community together through the game of baseball. Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette are proud to support the players, families, and fans who make it all possible. When it's time for your next vehicle, buy with confidence with our lifetime warranty. Plus, get 0% APR, no payments for 90 days, and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select new models. Good luck to every team from Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette.
And that'll volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Logansport, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
We are through 3, and we have had a lot of action in this one. We certainly may have some action from the sky coming up at some point. We've had clouds certainly ruminating overhead and some storms moving in from Illinois that have already reached places like Plymouth and areas north of here. And it looks like a system is heading our way, but we play baseball. Teddy Drake out doing relief pitching work, and Tate Krasminski is on the bump now in relief for the Royals. And Kenworthy with a shot down the line. That bounces fair. Kenworthy heads for second. Akers finally able to dig it back out and get it back in play. And Kenworthy continues to have a really impressive Greater Lafayette World Series.
We'd be remiss, John, not to credit Tate Krasminski on his pitching in the last inning. Nobody out, bases loaded, comes in relief, 3 straight outs out of the inning. Great job by him.
And then that one gets away from Gabe Medvesek.
And that was over his head by about 3 feet. That's a mistake on the pitcher's part there.
So that goes down as a wild pitch. So they have 4 hits in the game, and the man you're looking at right there on the camera, Lucas Kenworthy, has 2 of the 4.
And that one must have slipped out of Drake's hands. The first thing he did was look at his catcher and point to his chest and say, "My fault, he lost that one."
Sent over to short. Schweitzer up with it. Throw.
Good play.
Nice play from Kenny Schweitzer at short to retire Dominic Juskow. However, Juskow gets the RBI because he scores Kenworthy from third, making it 6-5.
Good job defensively, just not trying to get too cute. You still got a 1-run lead. The weather's coming, just got the out. Now there's nobody on base, and you're leading by a run. So again, just lose control of the fastball and dirt it. Just want to throw strikes right here. If they hit it, they hit it.
Carson Weaver's been walked twice, but this is also the first time that he has faced Drake. The other 2 walks were against Lincoln Reeves. He only made it through 2 innings and change. He gave up 4 runs, 2 hits, had 6 walks, 1 strikeout. 2-0.
Whoa.
Did he make contact?
Look out.
Not yet, or not close to that. Well, very close, I guess, but Weaver's sitting there going, maybe I could.
Yeah, just throw strikes, 16. That's all you got to do. Just throw strikes.
And that's what he does.
It's infuriating as a coach when you do things you can't. You throw strikes, I can't coach you. I mean, don't throw that strikes. I just can't. Nothing I can do. This is on you. I can coach you all day long if they hit it, but I can't if they don't.
3 walks now today for Carson Weaver. He has been a riddle that 5-star National has not been able to solve. And Tate Krasminski is next. He's also been walked twice. And he goes after pitch number 1, and it's fouled away.
As you follow that foul ball, you can see the sky darkening over to our west. It doesn't look great over there, so you can
No, it
see
doesn't.
it.
Top tier Scott advanced to Sunday's game. to play for the Gold Championship. And they play the winner of this one tomorrow back here at Logansport. And that's a ball outside. The catcher, Medvesek, does not even try to worry about Weaver, who goes and steals second.
Got a good jump. There was no chance he was going to get him. Got a jump. He took that one on the pitcher. He didn't check him, at least not tight enough. Now you got a runner in scoring position and only one out. So
on the lower half of the bracket, the Stampede are playing the Indiana Braves right now over at Lebanon Memorial Park. Royals White will play the Indiana Thunder in the next game, which is supposed to happen at 4:45. I say supposed to because you never know. And going down looking is Krasminski. That's a big out there for the five-star national squad because Krasminski's been a hard guy to get out. He always manages to draw walks. Chilcote is up. He's 0 for 2.
he stood there and watched two fastballs right in the strike zone. So might have been looking for another walk there.
Chilcote goes after the first pitch. It's in the air, three guys converging, and in the end, it's the center fielder Dowell who makes the grab and takes this one to the end of the fourth. But the Royals do get one back. However, they still trail by one on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over 50 years, the Greater Lafayette World Series has brought our community together through the game of baseball. Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette are proud to support the players, families, and fans who make it all possible. When it's time for your next vehicle, buy with confidence with our lifetime warranty. Plus, get 0% APR, no payments for 90 days, and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select new models. Good luck to every team from Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette.
And that'll volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Logansport, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
Back here at Jim Turner Field to start the bottom half of the fourth inning for the five-star national baseball team out of Zionsville, Indiana, leading off bottom top. Number 20, the left fielder William Akers steps in against pitcher Kaminsky for the Royals. It's a first pitch just off the plate, ball one.
Akers got walked in the second, and that's been a bit of a story for both teams who have struggled to keep the ball in the strike zone. And Akers fouls that one away to make it 1-1.
And again, you see a little bit of a bailout as those hips open up and the bat gets dragged through the strike zone behind, hands behind the barrel, and you just can't hit like that. You'll learn to get that barrel out there.
Now, Krasminski came in the third and got the three guys out with no outs. He got Teddy Drake and Jake Jordan all to pop up, and then Medvesek to fly out to center to preserve the situation and make sure that five-star National didn't do any more damage. And Akers tries to put that one in play, but ends up bouncing it foul. By the way, we want to say a big thank you to the Fraternal Order of Eagles for their generous support of this year's tournament. The Eagles are committed to strengthening our community through charity, service, and fellowship. We appreciate everything they do for Greater Lafayette and beyond. Akers with that long walk back to home plate.
Got a good ball game here so far, John. A little offensive show, still some good defense, kind of everything you want in a baseball game.
And certainly both these pitchers Pulled over to second. Weaver chases it down, throws to first, and got him.
Good play there. Nice, easy. 3 out, number 1. Now we're back to the top.
And this is the third time through the order with Isaiah. First time he's faced Tate Krasminski. He got walked the 2 previous times by Juskow.
He's been on base an awful lot this tournament. He was on base last night a couple times as well. And good table setter here for 5-Star National. Halloween bat matches the uniform.
Ends up taking ball 1.
That's close off the inside corner, just missed.
This game's run a 2-hour time limit. We're at about the hour-and-a-half mark. The 1-0 pulled to short.
Hard.
There's Patch. We've seen the shortstops make some good throws across the diamond, and there's another one by Patch.
Yeah, that's a good strong throw as well. Didn't really come get the ball, let it kind of come to him. Played the hop he knew was coming, made a good strong throw and got him.
Tristan Ballard is up. He's 0 for 1 in this game with a walk. After yesterday, he went 0 for 1 with a run scored. He also got hit by a pitch. First pitch to him here from Krasminski on the money. Boy, Sunday's going to be a busy day for championship play.
Yep.
The Greater Lafayette World Series. Of course, we'll have all the action for you on the ISC Sports Network. That one is sent high and over the head of Patch into left field.
Nice sharp single there by Tristan Ballard.
Ballard with the single to left field, bringing up shortstop number 14, Kenny Schweitzer.
Kenny Schweitzer next up, single. And he also has grounded into a fielder's choice. He scored a run. There was only 1 inning in this game so far where 5-Star National didn't get a hit. That was the first inning. They have 7 hits to the 4 from the Royals. They've also not committed an error. The Royals have committed 2 defensively. And now Schweitzer is ahead in the count, 2-0. That sky looking more and more ominous.
Every few minutes be real good for the Royals to get out of this and get up to plate and score a couple at least.
Pitch. Chilcote was having a hard time locating that one.
Just couldn't find it. Kept it in front of him pretty well and couldn't locate it. So good spot here for Schweitzer to get a base hit and score another run. A little bit of insurance here for 5-Star National if they can get it.
Krasminski's gotten 2 ground balls. He had retired 5 batters in a row until the Ballard single. The 3-0. Green light taken by Schweitzer into center, and it bounces down. Tappendorf picks it up. And how about the 3-0 green light paying off for 5-Star National and a RBI for Kenny Schweitzer.
Gambles sometimes pay off, and that one did. Good clutch hit by Schweitzer.
Batting number 7, Finn Sutcliffe.
Makes it 7-5, advantage 5-Star National. Sutcliffe has gotten home twice, scoring 2 runs today.
Also with an RBI, you can see that Krasminski's move to the plate. It's a real short move, quick to the plate. They're not going to let him steal.
And he sends that one through the left side. Kenworthy up with it. And Kenworthy's got a pretty good arm, so he's been good about getting that back in quickly.
Schweitzer advances to 7.
Now we got Cooper Devers, who's already got 2 hits today and a run scored. So middle of this lineup can really hit for 5-Star National.
And they are on another hitting streak. 5 outs in a row, now 3 hits in a row for 5-Star National. Krasminski comes back with a strike.
Wonder what that bat is on the day, about 5 for 19 probably.
Which isn't a bad Average.
Pretty good for a bat.
Might have something to do with the guy holding the bat.
No, it's the piece of metal, John. It's just the stick. That's all it is.
Kick in the fire from Krasminski, and Devers, I think he smelled blood there.
He smelled fastball and got something off speed and swung and missed. He was guessing fastball, didn't get it, and just bailed out on it. Now you got to protect a little bit. Good job, just like that.
If it's anywhere near the plate, you're swinging.
Yeah, you just foul him off until you get something the pitcher makes a mistake on, and he will eventually. He'll either do that or he'll walk you. So just foul him off and don't try and do too much with it if it's not the one you want.
That one very high into left. Kenworthy trying to get underneath it and very close to colliding with his center fielder Tappendorf, but he is able to make the catch and end the inning. But a run, 3 hits, no errors. 2 men left aboard. Through 4, 7-5, 5-star national. It's the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
For over 50 years, the Greater Lafayette World Series has brought our community together through the game of baseball. Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette are proud to support the players, families, and fans who make it all possible. When it's time for your next vehicle, buy with confidence with our lifetime warranty. Plus, get 0% APR, no payments for 90 days, and a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan on select new models. Good luck to every team from Ford and Lincoln of Lafayette.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Logansport, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he ducks him. Oh my goodness.
Well, folks, we might be just in time in order to stop things here because a lot of the players are running out. Fans are starting to get off of the bleachers. And based on what we're looking at on the radar, the wind is certainly howling and picking up, and the rain looks like it's not far from arriving. Jackson Toole is ready to bat, and then he gets told, nope.
I think we're worried about lightning at this point,
Yes,
John.
I think that is correct, especially with a severe thunderstorm watch that's been in effect for a while. That third base umpire and the Greater Lafayette World Series tournament director were standing in the area. I think they saw something, and they decided to put us in a rain delay here. So
we'll get back to you when we know more. For now, we're taking a break.
All right, 7-5 is the score for now. We are in a rain delay here at the Greater Lafayette World Series on the ISC Sports Network.